Welcome back my YouTube channel Old Car Stories. Today, we're diving into a true American classic, this car, 1975 Plymouth Duster. It's a car that carried the spirit of simplicity and muscle, all packed into a compact frame that many still remember fondly. The Plymouth Duster first hit the roads in 1970 as part of Chrysler's attempt to capture the growing demand for sporty, affordable, and compact cars. By the time 1975 rolled around, the Duster had matured into a well-loved vehicle in the American car scene. It was stylish, reasonably powerful, and budget-friendly, traits that helped it earn a solid spot in many driveways across the country. The 1975 model year was particularly interesting. It came at a time when the American automotive industry was facing significant change. Emissions regulations were tightening, safety standards were becoming stricter, and the oil crisis of the early 70s had forced carmakers to rethink their strategies. Still, the Duster managed to hold on to its character and charm. Under the hood, the 75 Duster offered several engine options, ranging from a modest 225 cubic inch Slant 6 to the more powerful 318 V8. While not the most aggressive lineup by muscle car standards, these engines still offered a good mix of power and reliability, especially for daily driving. The Slant 6, in particular, earned a reputation for being nearly bulletproof. Transmission options included a standard 3-speed manual, a 4-speed manual on some models, and a 3-speed torque-flight automatic. The Duster wasn't designed to be a dragstrip king, but it delivered solid performance for a compact car of its time, especially with the V8 engine under the hood. Stylistically, the 1975 Duster had a clean and muscular look. It carried the fastback roofline that had become its signature. The front fascia was updated for 75 with a more squared-off grille and revised bumper to meet federal safety requirements. Side marker lights and new taillights added to the refreshed appearance, while optional stripe packages gave it that extra sporty edge. Inside the cabin, the Duster was simple yet comfortable. Bench seats were standard, though bucket seats and upgraded trim were available on higher models like the Duster 360 or Space Duster. Vinyl upholstery, basic instrument gauges, and optional air conditioning made it a pleasant ride without being too flashy. Plymouth offered several trims of the Duster in 1975, including the standard Duster, the Gold Duster, and the more powerful Duster 360. The Gold Duster added visual appeal with deluxe trim, carpeting, and special badging, while the 360 packed the strongest engine option, a 360 cubic inch V8. Yet the Duster 360 was the closest thing to a muscle car within the compact lineup. With dual exhausts, rally suspension, and optional disc brakes, it gave performance enthusiasts something to smile about. Even though emission controls had reduced horsepower figures across the board, the 360 still managed to deliver strong acceleration and a throaty exhaust note. The suspension setup was fairly straightforward, torsion bars up front and leaf springs in the rear. This gave the Duster a balanced ride, suitable for both city streets and long highway drives. It wasn't luxurious, but it was responsive, dependable, and fun to drive in its own way. Fuel economy became an increasingly important factor during this era, and the Duster's smaller size helped it stand out. While still not exactly fuel efficient by today's standards, it did offer better mileage than the full-size sedans and coupes of the time, making it a smart choice for budget-conscious drivers. One of the things that helped the Duster build its legacy was its affordability. It was priced lower than most competitors in its class, making it accessible to a wide range of buyers, from young drivers and families to those looking for a second vehicle. It wasn't just a car, it was a practical tool for daily life. Despite being modest in many ways, the Duster still had a cool factor. It had a streetwise look, especially with optional rally wheels, hood scoops, and racing stripes. It may not have been the fastest car on the block, but it had enough style and presence to turn heads. By 1975, the Duster had already established itself as a strong performer in the compact car market. It wasn't trying to be a luxury cruiser or a high-end muscle car. Instead, it embraced its role as a fun, affordable, and dependable car for the everyday American. Today, The 1975 Plymouth Duster holds a special place in classic car circles. It's not the rarest or most expensive collector's item, but it offers something many other cars don't: authentic charm, mechanical simplicity, and a link to a time when cars had personality without all the high-tech complexity. Restoring a Duster today is considered a manageable project for many hobbyists. Parts availability is decent, and the straightforward engineering makes it accessible to those new to classic car restoration. It's also a great entry-level classic for anyone looking to get into the vintage car world without breaking the bank. The Duster's legacy lives on in the hearts of those who grew up with it, rode in it, or simply admired it from afar. It reminds us of a time when cars were built with fewer frills but plenty of character. A time when performance didn't always mean high horsepower. It meant balance, reliability, and a little attitude. Thanks for joining us on this ride through history. If you've ever owned a Duster or have memories of one, we'd love to hear your story in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss another journey through the cars that made America move. Until next time, keep those engines running and the stories alive.